Yeah, Shushmita, shall we start or should we wait for some more time? Because we hardly have much participation.
Yes, ma'am. I think we'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so we will start. So welcome to day 4, everyone. So before we go further, we will do a quick recap of what we have learned in the past 2 days. We have learned how to create prompts, right? So the first component of a prompt, which is a part of prompt engineering, was provide the LLM a role, correct? So think about how in a game, when you participate in a game, online game, you take on roles, isn't it? Similarly, you provide a role to the LLM, and this should ideally be the start of your prompt. The second component of the prompt, which will come below role playing in your prompt, will be your information. So this is going to be information on what is required, what are the inputs. If there are inputs, kindly provide them in bullet points. Do not write paragraphs, write bullet points. So what this essentially entails is that you are not going to use, typing on, let's say, ChatGPT directly. You would rather craft your prompt in a text app or notes, and you can copy paste your prompt. Okay, so it is a recommended practice that we provide information, requirement, everything as bullet points. Okay, after we provide the inputs, we will actually provide the task. What do we mean by the task? you have to tell the LLM what it is supposed to do, right? This is the third part of your prompt. This is exactly in the same order you have to write in your prompt. The fourth basically is where you are going to provide guardrails or constraints. So what do we mean by that? We have to basically provide limitations. For example, suppose you are doing a reasoning or you are providing a word problem which the LLM is supposed to solve, then you are going to say that this is the environment, or you can only move in this particular fashion. Okay, so these are guardrails, and essentially these are required by the model to ensure that the output will be in accordance to your requirements. Okay, so the fourth part of your prompt needs to be a constraints. Okay, fifth part of your prompt needs to be the output format. So you have to specify exactly what will be the format in which you want the output. So the fifth part of your prompt is the output format. For example, you might request the outputs be in JSON, or you can request it in CSV format or tabular separated values, that kind of format. But you have to basically specify this. You will follow this by two concepts. One is called as evaluation criteria. Evaluation criteria basically tells you how the output from the LLM will be rated or evaluated by someone else. So there is a difference between constraints as well as your evaluation criteria. Constraints basically will tell you that what is the limitation within which your outputs need to be. Evaluation criteria is a structure. So this is basically concepts which will be applied for every part of the output that is generated, and it will give you an objective way to evaluate. Finally, you can also have examples. So in examples, we have basically learned about one shot, few shot, and zero shot prompting. Is this clear, everyone? So this is exactly what we have done in the past 2 days. And we have essentially looked at around 5 different prompts, correct? So yesterday we've written a LinkedIn post. Then we wrote an creative essay. We wrote a factual paper. And finally, we created a poster also, right? Apart from that, on day one, we had created a prompt for creating a lesson plan. So for a particular 60-minute session, we had also added evaluation criteria to that particular prompt and improved the outputs. So how many of you are very clear with the concepts of prompt engineering? Everyone, can you please share a thumbs up to show that you are clear or you are confident about this? Am I audible, everyone? Yes? Hello? Okay. So today we are going to do another concepts of how we can clear, how we can use LLM to make, much better outputs. So for example, we have certain administrative tasks. So if you remember, on day one, I had got some inputs from you, isn't it? In terms of some feedback, correct? So today I will show you how I can use this feedback, and we can automate the summary of this feedback using LLM. Okay, I can see that there is some action on the chat. Good afternoon. So are you guys following me? Shall we go ahead? Do you have any queries? My guess is, I think some of you have just joined, right? So we were just looking at what we have done in the past 2 days. We did a short recap. Shall we move ahead? Okay. So I'm going to show you this particular. Okay, you can see my screen, everyone. Correct? So we're going to do all these today. So I'll also show you how we can add code and make this automated. So you can see this. This was something that we have received on Monday, right? You can see around 4:30 or 4:25. We have got all these inputs from participants. You can see that essentially I've got some rating and some thoughts or comments, correct? Suppose I want to write a summary of this. So rather than going through all of this and creating a descriptive statistics, I am just going to give this job to LLM. Let's see how it works. Yeah. Can you see, guys? In front of you, I have just taken an analysis, right? And you can see it has given me an analysis. Okay. So what is the analysis? So just for reading out purposes, I'm going to put this on a text file, or we can even make this bigger. So let's make this font only bigger. Okay. So you can see here, what is the analysis we have got? So here is the analysis of the training session ratings. Okay. Positive sentiment. So around 73% have said very good, excellent. 19% have said very good. Okay. So there is a strong performance. Minority of good rating. Okay. Around 8% have said good. Attention needed. No negative ratings. Okay. So we need to understand where this 8% people are falling behind in terms of giving ratings, right? So maybe they have some requirement. Okay, you can see that. Then action required. Collect qualitative feedback. What could have made this better? Was there any specific? Can you see this? Trainer debrief. Conduct a debrief with trainer to discuss the feedback. Content quality and delivery. Content relevance and depth. Pacing and engagement. Can you see this, guys? I don't think that I would have written a better analysis even if I had the time, correct? What would we have done? Generally, we would have just taken our feedback. Probably we would have done a descriptive analysis showing that so many people have done. So you can see that first line is generally what we will do. Other thoughts and comments we would have just considered, right? Yeah. So now we are going to learn in the next 20-30 minutes how you can also create this kind of AI based output. Okay. So are you guys with me? Are you following? Should I wait for more people to join? Because I've just got some people joining now. So what do you guys think about this analysis from LLM? Okay, so you can ask, why are you saying that this is from LLM? I will show you my script. Okay. Okay, you can see my script. Okay, so you can see here where I have got the LLM. You can see analyze session feedback, correct? Everyone, can you see my screen? Is it visible? Yes? Okay. So can you see what I have done? I have simply taken all the responses. Based on the responses, you can see that I have not taken other values. We have basically only taken the responses here. How the session thoughts and comments we have not considered. So maybe if we had taken that, we would have written even better, correct? So maybe we will try that also. Okay. So here you can see this is my prompt. Can you see this? Everyone, you are an academic quality analyst. The following, so you can see this is the role, correct? Following ratings were given by participants for a training session. Analyze the feedback and provide insights, attention needed, action required, summary. Can you see? Everyone? Okay. Now you can see I have just put a generative. So you can see this. This is a API key. I'm going to explain what an API key is. Just okay. And you can see that I have got this. I have used. Can you see this? I have used Gemini to generate this. Okay. You can see API is also input here. And you can see whatever output I am getting, I am taking the parts of that output. Okay. You can see this in JSON. I have fetched the output, right? You can see this. Options, method is post, content is application. I am getting the result. I am parsing it. Parsing means I am going to look at it component by component. And you can see that I have formatted it and I have pasted it on that particular sheet. Yes? Is it clear? Everyone, am I making sense? I'm going to share this code with you. Everyone got this code? So what you can do is, maybe I can share this data with you. Some part of this data, okay? So let me also, okay? So you can see that this is essentially our data. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna basically share this also with you. You can possibly copy this, open a Google Sheet. All of you have got Google Sheets, right? Everyone has got a Google Sheets account. Yes. Can you please answer? Yes. Okay, cool. So if possible, you can put it on Google Sheets. Save it on Google Sheets. I'll just give you 2 minutes. Okay, so everyone has opened your Google Sheet account and put this. Yes? Yeah, like this. You've just pasted it. You can give a name and you can give the sheet some name. Is this done, everyone? Yes? Okay. Now, you basically will run, so we will run this feedback summary. For that, we have to create a button, correct? So you basically need to go to insert and you basically have drawing. So click on this. So here you can draw, we basically want a button, correct? So we are creating a button. So you can draw like this. Okay. So you can save this. You can color it as you want. Okay. So save and close. So you will see it here. Okay. So you can see that you can put word art, you can put all of this, you can snap it to grids. Okay. So like this, you will save and close and you can basically put it, you can drag and drop here. Okay. Whichever position you want. Everyone done? Have you completed this task? Now right click on this particular, you will see these three dots. So click on that. You can see assign script, press that. So once you say this, it will ask you which script to assign, correct? Okay. Okay, so before we do this, we need to write the script, isn't it? So basically you go here, extension, and go to app script. So if you click it, it will open this window. So please open this window. So in this window, I have given you this code for feedback, correct? So copy that particular code and paste it here. And you have to press save. So this is the code. So you can see this is the same code that I have used, right? So the only input from your end is you have to enter your API key. How many of you already have your API key available on you? Can you please raise your hands? How many of you are either using Gemini or you are using, let's say, OpenAI and you have a key? Can you please raise your hands, those who already have a key? So this is confidential data. You should not share your keys. So participants who have a key, can you please raise your hands? Who are the participants who do not have a key? Raise your hands. You've not heard about it. Am I making sense, guys? Hello. I'm not getting any response from you. So shall I assume all of you have a key? Yes. Okay. So all of you have a key. Jyoti has a key. What about the rest? So Jyoti, do you have a OpenAI key or a Gemini key? Okay. So for those who do not have a key, it's okay. Just paste this. I'm gonna now tell you how you can go about procuring your key. Okay. So once you have put this code here, kindly press save. Okay. You can close this window. Come back to this. And like I showed you, right click here and you can assign a script. Okay. So what will happen if you do not have a key? It will not react at all. If you have a key and you have input that, it is going to work. Okay. So those of you who are looking to get a key, so let me show you how to go about getting an API key. Okay. Okay, so before we go to this key, let's understand how this code is working. So what is this code doing? This is the name of the code. You can see it's a JavaScript. It's a function. Okay, it's an app script, right? So what are we doing? We are telling the script to first refer to that sheet. Okay. So if you see in my code, there is a sheet name, right? If your sheet has got a different name, then you have to update your sheet name. Okay. So for example, my sheet name is called what? Form responses. Suppose your sheet name is called sheet 1 Then kindly rename it as sheet 1. Okay. Then it is taking all the data of rating. It is collecting all the rating of some 120 people, right? Which we have shared with you. Then we have showed you the prompt. So what was the prompt? The prompt had a role. The prompt had a task. The prompt had inputs, which is basically responses, correct? Then the prompt basically had a task. Then the prompt basically had a layered output format. Okay, yeah. Jyoti Prakash, you want to say something? Okay. Then we are using this API key, which we are now going to procure. This is very confidential data. You should not use someone else's API, nor should you share your API. Okay. Then you should take the model and your API key. So if you are using Gemini, we'll be using Gemini 2.5 Flash. If it's OpenAI, you'll use OpenAI 4.0 or 4.2 mini, right? So you can fetch the responses from here. So this particular automation gen gets the responses. It parses the responses. That means it takes the responses. It understands that this part of the response is called a post. This part of the response is quantitative. This part, because we have given a format, we can easily read that. And we have pasted the output in Google Docs. Is the logic of the code clear? Yeah, Jyoti Prakash, do you have something to say? Is the logic of this code clear? It is very easy to follow, isn't it? And the best thing is you can see that we are not writing any logic. We are not writing anything. We are simply getting the data, handing it over to either ChatGPT or Google Gemini. It is giving me responses. I'm simply pasting it, right? Can you see how powerful it is? Yes? Okay. So basically, in Google Gemini, you get a free API key. If it's open AI, I think you have to spend around $5.8, which could be around 200 bucks. Yeah. So 5 into 92, 93, you can see how much that is. Oh, okay, it's almost 100. So around 500 rupees you'll probably be spending. Okay. So you can basically get a free API key if you use Google Gemini. Okay. So how many of you want to get a Google Gemini API key? So we'll be using, you can see Gemini Flash 2.5. It's free tiers, it's freely available. Since we are working all of this in Google Sheets, it's a very good match. So to get this key, go to aistudio.google.com, put in your account, so your Google credentials. Then you click Get API Key, select Create API Key. You will get a key. Copy this and keep it securely in your laptop. You can use this as a key in all the codes going forward. Are the instructions clear to get how to get a Gemini key? Am I making sense, everyone? How many of you are trying to get this code, key, API key? Any of you trying to get this API key? Raise your hands, please. So I've given you the step-by-step process. So Shashank, Nitin, Navyata, Jyoti. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. How many of you want to get ChatGPT API key? Do we have people who want to use ChatGPT API key? Please raise your hands. Okay, so if that is the case, this is going to be your process. So in ChatGPT, you can see that you will have to pay. You have to basically open platform.openai.com. You can see this is the URL. You have to log in or create your account. Okay. So you can go to API keys. So it might ask you to pay around $5.8. So you can do that. Then you can say create new secret key. You will get a key like this. Okay. So you will find that in Google Gemini, the key will start with AI or AL. Whereas in OpenAI, you will get the key to start with SK, proj and something. Okay. So you can use either of the keys. There will only be one line change. So if you are using Gemini, this is going to be the code for Gemini. Okay, this is the code you have to copy starting from variable URL till API key. Okay. In contrast, if you are going to use OpenAI, then it is going to be the same. Everything will remain the same. Only the prompt will change. Sorry, the variable will change. I'm sorry. So this particular code part is this. Okay. So only this line will change. This var URL, this is going to change. So can you please confirm me if any of you have got the code? API key, I mean, sorry. Anyone successfully got the code? How many of you now have the API key? So you can just paste this code, update your API key within the colons, link it to the button. Then if you press the button like I did, you will get the output. I have just shared the code now. Let me share the code once more. Okay, so if you are having an OpenAI API key, then you have to write these two lines. So you'll replace starting, there are two lines, right? Variable URL, and you can see there is a payload. So you can find that in Gemini, in variable URL itself, you are specifying the model, whereas in OpenAI or ChatGPT, they are both the same. Okay, you are going to put your model inside your payload, and you can also control the temperature. So, if you want it to be more factual, you can bring your temperature to be like this. Okay. So, are you guys trying this? How many of you are trying this? Please raise your hands. Okay. So, done, or it's completed, or you're in the process? All of those who are raising your hands. So I have basically, in case you are not using Gemini API, then you can use these two lines. Is it clear? Anyone who already has an API key and you have completed this? Do we have anyone like that? Okay, so is it working for you, Jayashree? Are you getting any error, Jayashree? What is it? Can you paste the error here on chat window? Anyone else who's trying this? Are you using the Google API, Jayashree? I think you have to go to your cloud console and authorized API or something like that, right? Can you paste the error here, Jayashree? Can you see the error? Oh, okay. Okay, so basically this means that uh, I think you're not even going to the sheets correctly, correct? We just okay. So Jayashree, you have not added an API key. So you have to put your key value. If you are running the code without a key, you will get this error. Are you running it with Google Gemini or you are running it with OpenAI, Jayashree? I think you are using OpenAI, correct? So basically, you have not put your key. That's what it means. So those who are using, okay, let me give you the code if you are using GenAI so that you are not going to have this issue. Okay. So if you are using OpenAI, please use this code. If you are using Gemini, Google Gemini, then you can use the first code that I gave you. Code for feedback. If you are using OpenAI, then I have sent you another code, which is code for feedback OpenAI. Urmila, you created a code in what? OpenAI or in Gemini? OpenAI. Okay. Anyone, did it run? Okay. So for Gemini, use this code. So copy paste this code. Okay. Okay. So depending on your API key, you will see that only two, three different lines change, correct? One is your API key. Second is where you are calling the URL. And the third line is where you are calling the payload. Okay. So how many of you are trying this? Please raise your hands. Do you have people who are actively trying this code? Anyone successfully run the code? Did run for anyone? Please raise your hands. Okay. How many of you tried this successfully? No, no, no. So where should you run the code? Basically, please open your Google. I think I showed it, right? Open your Google Sheets. We are basically working in Google. So in your Google Sheet, let me share my screen. So you can see this is my Google Sheet. I had shared that. So I had shared this data with you, right? So copy that data. Then you go to extensions and you say app script. So here you will, so you can see this is my app script. You will copy the code here. You can see it here. So I have basically written some other code so that the sheet updates as you put updated your forms. No? Just a second. No? Is it clear where to write the code? Shrinu, am I making sense? Yes, please give all the permissions. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take a 5-minute break, guys. So run it, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Please run the code. We will share 2 more demos. So it will be good if all of you can run the code. Okay, so how many did Jayashree, did you get an output? Okay, we are back. So Jayashree, did you get an output from the code? So any of you got an analysis like this? The same data, ideally you should get something similar, right? So Jayashree, can you please check whether your sheet name is the same? So the sheet name is basically what you can see here. Form responses is my sheet name, right? So if you are having sheet one or some other name here, you have to update it here. Can you see this? You need to get this corrected. Sorry. Yeah, Jayashree. What about the rest? Others? So you can basically do your debugging, right? So currently you can see that we are only considering the column C data, and based on it, we have got these insights. Okay. So if you want to improve this code, you have to also consider column D, right? So you have to also give input as column D. So here, along with the rating, you can also collect all the qualitative inputs here, and you can put those as tokens. Okay. So like this, you can do that. So did it run for anyone? So I'm just going to show you once more. So you can see that I've just deleted all the data. Okay. So you can see my script is running. You have to give it a little time. You can ask that why is this output coming here? Yes, you can change the position if you want in the code. So you will see that this is an LLM. So every time I put it, you can see that the code slightly changes. Yes. Anyone else getting feedback like this? Jayashree, did you get anything? Okay, so shall we go to our second demo? What is the error you're getting, Jayashree? So you have to basically update, no, this form responses. You have to update this, no? You have to, I don't know what is the sheet you have created. You have to update that. I'm coming back to my sheet. So here you can see get sheet by name, right? So your code is not running, it's not able to get any value. Okay. So it's a good idea for you to update this sheet because this is the sheet where you have got the data, right? Anyone else trying to run this? Okay, so let's move on. To the second demo we will have. Now, what is the second demo? We are going to essentially create a quiz. Okay, we are going to generate a quiz based on topics. Okay, so this is going to be our okay. So this is the code here. You can see here. You can see I have got. So I'm just showing you a demo of what I have got. Then I'll share the code with you. So here you can see I have put some code here, right? You can see this. So the users only has to write the topic here. You can select the level of difficulty. Okay. So how do you do this? How do you do this? You basically can go here, go to data, data validation. Here you can give, different values like this, option 1, option 2. So that's what I have done. Okay, clear? Making sense? So you can see now it's coming as option 2, right? Okay. So here I have got easy, intermediate, difficult, very difficult. Number of questions. So this is going to be MCQ, 10 questions. You can see that initially once I give the topics and the number of questions, I can even put 20 questions. I can put 5 questions. I can do 15 questions. Okay, it will work. So let's try to work this. So again, I am going to my script. And I will run it. So can you see how execution actually happens? It's showing me. So now it's gone to the LLM. Can you see it has created my form and goes to row 7, agents of intelligence. You can see it has created a form. Then bioreactor based energy. So some topic I have given, maybe it doesn't make sense. Yes, you can see it's done. Okay, so let's come here. Can you see there are form links, right? So let's go here. Agents of intelligence. So I'm gonna just Click here. Can you see it's given me a quiz? What will be the level of this quiz? You can see it's very difficult quiz, right? Only 5 questions. So you can see purely goal-based system, rational agent, right? So can you see it's created 5 questions? Yeah, I am providing materials for this. Yes. I will give you the code. You have to create this Excel sheet. Okay. So here you can see. So to do this, guys, first go to create a new Google Sheets. In the Google Sheets, create this kind of structure: topic, level, number of questions, status, and form link. Okay. Okay. So okay. So this is how the user is going to make it ready. So you can put whatever topic you want. You can choose the difficulty level. Okay. You can put the number of question. This will be numbers, and this will be the status. If you have only given the topic, kindly put the status as ready. It will automatically, after creating a form, it will change this to done. Okay. Everyone clear with this format? You can either write it down or you can put it in your Google Sheets. Can you please complete this, everyone? I will share the code. Now I'm gonna first give you a OpenAI code, because most of the people here were saying that you are using OpenAI only. So this is the code. Let me once check the code. Okay. So you can see this. This code has got OpenAI. Can you see this? So I've got the key, I've got the prompt, then I've got my URL and the payloads. Yes. Of course, if you are using your Google Gemini, what will happen? This will change. Sorry, this will be the same. This will change. This key will become your Gemini key. This will change, right? What will this change to? So if you remember, we basically had this particular URL, right? Yeah. This will become your URL, HTTP generative this thing. So this will become your, so if you're using a API key code, this will become your URL. Okay. Instead of this, it will become this. Am I making sense, everyone? And if you look at the payload, you don't have to mention anything. So you don't need to mention model and all in Gemini. You simply have to look at the messages. So So here you will see, right? So you have the key, you have the URL. Look at the payload. It is just simple. Can you see this? Now this will become your payload if you are using Gemini. Okay. You can just change these two lines in Gemini. Okay. Everything else will remain the same. Are you following? Okay. So how do we run it? I'm going to just rerun what I'm saying. So we have got this. You have to first create this kind of structure. So I've got a topic, level, number of questions, and status. So initially, when I'm going to put topics, what do? I give a topic, a level, number of questions. I will give a number and I will say ready. Okay. Then I am going to go here and I will copy this code which I have got and I will put my API key. Okay. Then I will save it here. Then I have to press run. So for example, here you can see I've added one row. So now I go here and I click on run. So you can see that it is checking. So you can see form created. So here you can see here it's created a new form. So we can check it. Can you see management 101? Can you see it is created an MCQ right in front of your eyes? 20 different questions, correct? So this is ready to go. I can share this. You can see it's even published, right? I can basically, once people attempt this, then I can get responses. I can check the responses. Okay. Or if rather than making it into a survey, I can convert it into a quiz. I can assign marks and I can basically, it's automatic, right? I don't have to do anything. Clear, everyone, how this works? So you can see that we are not only doing automation, we are also doing knowledge generation, content, and we are putting this automatically with zero effort from our end. At least is the concept clear? Maybe you can try it today, post the session. Tomorrow we can revisit this in case you are getting errors. How many of you find this useful for your own classes? Do you think this is a good Utility? Everyone? Okay. Shall we move on, guys? Is there anyone who's trying to create this? So you basically have to simply create this Excel sheet. I am giving you the code, paste it, put your API code or your Gemini code, and you should save it and run it. It should run. Any of you, are you getting outputs? Okay, so one more demo we will do. So how many of you want to work on this quiz generator? How many of you want us to see the last demo of the day? I want voting. How many of you want me to show the next example? How many of you want to complete this demo? Raise your hands, please. Yes means what? You got an output. Okay, very good. What did you get, Jayashree? This is for the quiz, is it? Or did you get it for your attendance demo? Sorry, the response one. Jayashree, which one did you get? Did you get this output? Did you get the output here, Jayashree? Okay, so I can see a handful of people. Okay, so Prema, what is the error? Can you put the error here? It's okay. The data is fine. I just need to see the error. Error is going to be, okay, use different data, that's fine. It's running, right? Radhika, can you share the error message so that we will try to debug it? Yeah, Mr. Anil Kumar, I have given you my contact in a separate window. So how many of you want to see the last demo of the day? How many of you want to get this running, this auto quiz? So how many of you want to complete this auto quiz? Oh, great. So yes, so Jayashree has got this data. Very nice. Oh, okay. So share screen options is open. So Radhika, you have to give it access. You have to basically, it will ask for permissions. You have to give all the permissions. Share screen options, I don't. So you can just copy your error and paste it here if you want. So for example, here, when I run it, right, what will happen? I will get some kind of output, no? So if you can share it there, like I showed you when I was running something I got, no? Okay, so this is Jayashree, you can see you're using ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is giving you data analysis kind of summary. Can you see? ChatGPT is really good in data analysis. So you can see it is giving you all kind of statistics. That is the reason I have used Gemini for this particular response, feedback summary. Okay, that is the reason. But you can see ChatGPT has given you some enormous statistics. Okay, so how many of you want to complete this auto quiz and attendance demo? It is right, it is right. It's correct. So if you want to get slightly different, then what you should do, Jayashree, if you want to get a different kind of output from your prompt, then you have to improve your prompt. Am I making sense? Okay, so Jayashree, please try the auto quiz generator also. Anyone else who got it running? How many of you are now trying to do the auto quiz code? Can you please raise your hands? Is there anyone who's doing the auto quiz generator code? No? Any of you want to try this sample? Because it will be a good, see, I think for all of you, this will be a good exercise if you can automate it. I have another demo, which is a little more complicated. In this, you can just put your course title and target audience and mode and status. It will automatically give you what should be the duration of the course, what should be the schedule, how you should conduct it, what should be the capstone topics, what will be evaluation rubric. So do you want to show the demo for this particular automation using Gemini? Do you want to see this automation or do you want to get this working, this automation to work? So can you please choose between this and this? How many of you want to see this demo? Please raise your hands. Okay. So I will show the demo. Okay. So you can see that let's create another course. Can you give me some title of the course? Blockchain. Okay. Okay. You can see that I've put this title just in front of your eyes, correct? So now I'm going to run the script. Okay, so it's saying it's done. Let's come here. Yes, can you see it now? Everyone? Can you see this, guys? It has done? So blockchain application for finance. So working professionals, it's a hybrid session. And you can see that it has completed, it has given me a complete 14-week semester, 3 credit course hours. You can see that. So this is the schedule for blended learning. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and Module 4. Yes? Can you see this, everyone? Can you see this? I have just put this in front of you, right? So you can use this kind of engine also, everyone. So let me share the code for this. So for this, the first thing we have to do is similar. Create an Excel in Google Sheets. So you have a course title, target audience, mode. Okay, so I think this is the problem. Okay, so we had mode. So we could just run this as hybrid. And we have to do like this, okay? So you can put the titles like this. So you can see I have to just enter my course title. These are all drop down. So I can just select the drop down. Then I have to press ready. Okay. So once I do this, so here also let's do both of them now. Okay, so it has just copied here. This is the problem. Okay. So you can see I have got two of them ready. One is an online course. The other one is blockchain applications. So we will go here. We will do run. So while it's running, I'm going to share the code for this. So this is going to be the code that I have used. And you can also improve the prompt of this particular course, right? Okay, there is some error because I just pressed something. So we'll get back to that. So you can also use a prompt. So you can decide a prompt. This is the prompt that I have used. You can improve the prompt also. Am I making sense, everyone? So today we have seen 3 different demos. Okay, so you can see in Gemini, it's not able to. Okay. So here you can see it has got the first course done. Second, there was some error. So you can see that for GenAI, I just redid it. It's 14 weeks. So it's giving me a schedule. It has given me a pedagogy, capstone project. You can see, right? It has changed everything. First, this is not hybrid, so I don't know why. Okay. Capstone project and evaluation metrics. Yes, everyone. So I would request you guys to try these demos, post the class, try it, try to improve it by changing the prompts, try to run it. You can see I got some error. Maybe it did not have space or there was some type error. I'll just check it. Okay. Shushmita, there is some request on attendance for yesterday. Can you please handle this? Mhm. Okay, so tomorrow, what kind of examples would you like to see? Tomorrow is the last day. So tomorrow we will do some demos and I will give some live examples of more complicated automations using either ChatGPT or Gemini. So what kind of examples or demos do you like to see? Do we have any requests from the faculty and professors on the batch? Any request? Are the examples that I showed clear? Everyone? Are the demo clear? Okay, yeah. Pratima, yeah, tell me. Can you use your mic and unmute yourself? So if you have any request for the kind of demos that you want to see tomorrow, this is the time you can share. So I will try to create this code and share it with you tomorrow for demo. Anyone having any specific request? Sushmita?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so there is some query on attendance. Would you want to handle it?
Yeah, sure. I will take care of that now. So yeah, dear faculty members, as informed earlier, this attendance link will be deactivated exactly at 5:30. So yesterday's or previous day's attendance link can't be shared. I'll be sharing today's attendance link once again on chat. So I request please not to ask for yesterday's or previous day's attendance link.
Okay, so we have shown 3 demos today where we have shown how you can automate your apps or work using LLM and automation, right? Basically in Google platform. Would you like to see automations in Microsoft tomorrow? Okay, you want to see text translations. Okay, text translation as in what? NLP you're saying, Jayashree? Okay, so translation means what? So from English to some other language, is it? So please understand that I would be using some service only, like Google Translate or something. So that is okay because We are not going to write anything on our own from scratch. Will that work for you, Jayashree? All right. So any other request? I'll try to see whether we can create a demo like that tomorrow. Okay. Any other request? Okay. Yeah, attendance link is already shared here. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna just finally show you. So if you remember, we have created, there was some error. I don't know what error it was. I think it went out of memory. So now I have run it again while I was speaking to you for blockchain. You remember this is what input we have put. Hybrid done. So you can see this is a 15 week is what it is saying for schedule duration. Okay, sorry. Schedule is this. Foundation, introduction, course concepts, application, capstone, capstone. Okay. Then you can see that pedagogy is active and experimental learning, scaffolding, feedback, then COI framework. You can see it is telling me what are the different ways in which I need to teach the course. Capstone titles it is giving me. And you can see this is my evaluation rubric. Yeah. So you can see this is a similar thing it is given here also, right? But they are not exactly copied. You can see this. They are different. So how many of you are planning to run this after the course so that tomorrow you can share with me your results or errors? So I'm hoping that some of you will try it post the session and tomorrow we can review the performance. Okay. So see you guys tomorrow, the last day. Bye-bye. So Sushmita, I'm ending the session here.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so dear faculty members, as attendance has been, please mark your attendance. So I think we are done for today. We'll meet again by tomorrow. 3 p.m. Thank you, everyone.